there, welcome back to Bay Sunday. I'm Roberta Gonzalez. Please welcome the president and social chair of the Shannan Price Scholarship Association. We have Stephanie Moostratz and Jason Reed to tell us how their organization is helping students get a higher education. And again, welcome both of you here.
Thank you.
This is really fascinating because we've been talking during the commercial break and we have so much in common. First of all, tell me about your scholarship association.
Yes. So we started the Shannan Price Scholarship Association 10 years ago to essentially eternalize and memorialize our friend Shannan, who had passed away after a fearless battle with ovarian cancer. And we wanted to find something positive and celebrate who she was, which was truly a unique person. I think we often talk about that she was sort of the once-in-a-lifetime kind of person. You know, it's like you walk in a room with her and you immediately felt warm. And if you knew her for 5 minutes or you knew her for 5 years, there was a welcoming spirit about her. And it was those qualities that I think sometimes are rare to find in someone.
Jason, how old was Shannan when she passed of ovarian cancer?
She was 25 years of age.
See, this is so amazing to me because I have my best girlfriend that I knew since I was 2 years old. She was 3 years old, and at the age of 34, she passed of ovarian cancer. And she was a nurse in San Diego, and she went in for a physical because she was relocating to another hospital, and they found the ovarian cancer. And by that time, she had had a physical 6 months previously. 6 months later, she goes and gets another physical, and this ovarian cancer was the size of a grapefruit as far as the tumor is concerned, right?
Yeah.
And it was a 3-month battle.
3 months, my girlfriend's was 18 months, but again, it's just a horrible, horrible cancer. Takes the lives of so many young women. And I started up the Donnelly Hanson Memorial Scholarship Foundation, and I've been having this go on now for 20 years. Oh, wow. So you have your foundation, your scholarship. How do you raise funds for your particular scholarship?
So we have an annual fundraiser. We've actually started to do a couple, but there's always one annual fundraiser, and we do it in the peninsula, usually in Redwood City. That's where Shannan grew up, and there's a sense of community there for Shannan, and it really is sort of like you almost feel like she's there at those events. And over the years, we've been able to kind of broaden the scope of people coming. So it's not just people who knew Shannan, it's people who've heard about her, it's parents of those that have gotten the scholarship.
Oh,
it's nice too because a lot of her family within the state of California and outside the state of California have been able to make the trips for the weekend to come spend time with other family and the friends as well to celebrate. So
I know with my particular scholarship, I give it out at Barstow High School because we are both from Barstow, and I send out the applications and I ask the students to best define themselves and what this scholarship would mean to them, not having even known Donnelly Hanson. And it's remarkable to read what they have to say, first of all, about themselves and why they need the scholarship and what they envisioned Donna must have been to have this kind of an impact that I would go in and give money away to a student I've never met in my life before. So how do you judge? What is your criteria to give this scholarship out?
Well, basically, you know, we review all the scholarships. Most of the candidates are always worthy of winning. We don't go for the 4.0 people. We go for the people that reflect and resemble Shannan to us. And they do a good job. The winners have always done a good job of explaining themselves and how they can relate their lives and their experiences with sports and leadership, just like how Shannan was too.
And it's remarkable also, my girlfriend was just the most incredible athlete. She was just a tremendous athlete, so I try to look for something in that student that might portray that as well. And not just going for that straight A student, somebody that just has so much positive energy associated with them. Same?
Yeah, so and this actual scholarship is for female athletes. As Jason said, she was like the MVP player of every sport she played, but we weren't looking for the best players. I think there's a million scholarships for great athletes. We wanted to find the person with the best spirit and the person who is the cheerleader for their team, and they have that camaraderie, and they are always offering support and love, and they just shine on the field and off the field. So we hear from them in what the sport means to them, and it's interesting because everyone has a story. To hear what like athletics means to different people, how they got to where they are, what's important to them, and when you hear that what's important to them is that team and it's the spirit, it's the ability to help other people, you sort of know this is the one. This is the one. This was like Shannan. And we also hear from their coaches. So we get to hear letters that are, you know, from another person saying, they're so great, and they're the captain because they're the greatest cheerleader.
Right. So Jason, this has been going on now for 10 years. I'm wondering, have you heard from the students after the fact, after they've used their money to go to college, and how they've applied it and how it's made a difference in their life?
A few students we have. It's a lot of us on our board. There's 8 of us on our board. Over the years, we've grown, started families and whatnot, so it's harder to keep track of everybody nowadays, but we do keep in contact with a couple of them, yeah.
So being on the show today, are we looking for awareness for people perhaps to donate funds towards the Shannan Scholarship Foundation, or are you?
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think, of
Sure,
course, we're always looking for donations.
Send your money here.
Right. Yeah,
now.
And awareness, and I think also, I think we also just wanted to continue to celebrate Shannan and encourage other people too that to find a way to celebrate what's great and what's positive around them. And I think for us it was Shannan, and it allowed us to do something really positive for other people.
Starting nonprofits like this, it's a fun way to get friends and family together to celebrate the people and have a good time while you're doing it as well.
And we'd love for them to come to our event in September as well.
Okay, you'll have to come back and tell us about that too. But obviously you were BFFs. So what about you? What was your relationship with Shannan?
Shannan and I were always close friends, went to prom together.
Did you got pictures? Did you have big hair?
I had a terrible haircut back then. So, her cousins are 2 of my good friends from the baseball team, and she played softball. And so it was all, close friendship, family, pretty much all of us. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And your relationship?
With Shannan? Mm-hmm. She was, one of my best friends. Greatest. Salt of the earth.
I just applaud what you're doing. This is remarkable. You're giving back to the community with keeping her name alive in her memory as well.
Thank you so much.
And if you want more information about the Shannan Price Scholarship Association and you want to pass this information around to a student that might benefit from this, all you have to do is go onto Facebook and search for Shannan Price. That's SHANNAN Price Scholarship Association. We'll be right back after this.